While San Onofre nuclear power plant sits idle, some at last night's meeting want to know if ratepayers will be paying to fix the steam generators. One of the panelists during last night's discussion said Edison shareholders should pay instead of consumers.
If Edison wants to restart these steam generators, their shareholders can pay for it. If they want to replace them, the shareholders can pay for it. If they continue to lay off workers, their shareholders will be responsible for this, not the state.
Here to talk about what's next and that meeting is KPBS senior Metro reporter Alison St John. Alison, you were at the meeting. You heard the panelists. Is that indicative of the mood last night?
Yes, it was a very charged meeting, and there were a lot of different viewpoints. Some people were worried about losing their jobs if the plant stays offline. A lot of people were very concerned about safety if it comes back online. And like Rochelle Becker said, a lot of people were worried about who's going to pay for this. Is it going to be the ratepayer who picks up the tab, even though there's no power being generated right now?
Southern California Edison is a private business. So what is it that allows them to pass these costs onto the consumers?
Well, Edison, the operator, is basically saying, look, we are following all the Nuclear Regulatory Commission demands. We're following the law. And in fact, the chief nuclear officer, Peter Dietrich, said at the end of the night last night, if we can't bring this plant back online safely, we'll shut it down. So he was firmly passing the ball into the NRC's court. And I think the thing is that the state agencies have not yet weighed in order to say that they don't feel like this is a cost-effective kind of a way of generating power. So that is where we're at right now. We're waiting to see what the state agencies add to this discussion.
But to be clear, while we're waiting, ratepayers are paying for San Onofre, even though there's no energy being generated.
Correct. For the last 10 months, we have been paying for these new steam generators, which have failed.
All right. The California Energy Commission also joined the panel last night, and they talked about plans to whether they were going to keep the lights on in the state through next year. And let's just listen to what they had to say.
Right now we're engaging in looking forward to the summer of 2013. Our planning process doesn't assume that the San Onofre unit is up and going in any matter. We have to make a contingency plan that assumes the power is not there and do the workaround on that.
Did that seem to say to you and or the audience there that they're planning on not bringing the power plant back online next year?
So nobody has actually said that officially, and the agencies that are planning, like the cut that we just heard, are saying we have to, if we're wise, plan for the option that the plant won't come back online. So it's not official at this point. And the NRC is saying there is no timeline on safety. And in the meantime, the critics are saying, look, we don't trust either Edison or the NRC, and we want an independent review, which is something that the NRC says the board is still considering. However, there's no timeline on that either.
So no timeline. The critics are saying we want an independent review. What's the problem with an independent review? I mean, why are they fighting that?
Well, it's very unusual, I think, for an agency to say, yes, we will accept an independent review of what we just did. And so the chances that the NRC will actually agree to an independent review seem somewhat slim, even though they say they have not yet dismissed it out of hand. And then the other question is it an independent review of what's happened? And what about the future? What about the restart? Should there be an independent panel and a complete license amendment before they agree to let the plant be restarted?
And talking about the independent panel, it's kind of like you and I were talking about asking the tobacco companies to do an independent research study on how tobacco affects them. It's that sort of insider looking at yourself.
That's why it seems like until perhaps another agency or someone like Barbara Boxer steps in, she's been overseeing this process from the federal level, that the procedure will just go along as Edison and the NRC procedures would dictate, and that would probably suggest that there will be a restart unless another agency steps in and says, look, this isn't cost effective or this isn't safe.
Any more public meetings?
There will be plenty more public meetings. The next one is the California Public Utilities Commission, which will be meeting at the end of this month to consider whether to start the process of looking at if ratepayers should be held responsible for this replacement of the steam generators when they're not actually generating any power and haven't done for more than 9 months.
All right, Alison, we look forward to you continuing to follow this. Folks at home can get more information about this on our website. Thanks a lot.